Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Srifgal. We're jumping back into another little section here of what is this? Legend of Zelda Link to the Past Randomizer. We're gonna. So we are very, very close to the end at this point. Unfortunately, we ran into a little kerfuffle, meaning we don't have the Quake medallion that we need to get into Misery Mire. So, even though I am getting very, very close to complete on stuff, we're gonna go ahead and, we're gonna go ahead and continue before we start backtracking. I only did the front half of Swamp Palace, so we may still want to do go back and do Swamp Palace. We still have Ice Palace. Let's see, we have Ice Palace and Lost Woods. Technically, Turtle Rock is up there, but hopefully it doesn't come to that. Really? But I'm pretty sure that's the only item we're missing at this point. Let's see. Yes, we want to go down here first. I am okay not having full hearts here. The door to the right always has a key, so there's no point in going there. Map. Lost Woods has a very, very, very low chest rate. There are a bunch of extra keys that you don't actually need, which is part of, or actually it is the reason there are so many chests and so few items. There's a lot of stuff you can just skip. In this case, we're basically just gonna skip to the end and hope that we're in good shape. We'll go get the boss key, come back. You don't actually need the boss key. Or the big key. The only time you need the big key is for the chest. You don't actually need it for the boss. So we can just progress through. Whoops. I should probably be a little more careful here with my life. Still don't have boots, just realized that too, so there's a possibility that one of these dungeons is going to lead to boots, which will lead to a bunch of other caves and stuff. I think there's actually a couple... Huh. Oh. Duh. Work back out. I don't remember if there's a spot where we can get a fairy. Oops. Wait, what? Okay. I guess the hand caught me before I finished falling? Okay, for some reason I was... Oops. I need to stop falling in holes. I need to get that fairy. Okay, we're gonna be a little stingy with magic here for the sake of the fact that this boss is a pain. Technically, I had enough keys, but we're that way we've got the extra one just to be safe. I am not super worried because I've got 3 blue potions. And didn't need them. It's one of the shorter levels. Okay, next up. Definitely okay taking a hit there, getting rid of the beams. Not being at full health, I actually hate being at full health in this game because the sword beams tend to randomly hit enemies. And by randomly, I mean if you do it in a very specific way, which I tend to do all the time. Should be able to do this. Okay, there we go. Actually, yeah, we'll just save put out. Save some time. Yeah. So I'm trying right now to just do the things that are biggest first, the things that I need to do anyway, which are the 2 dungeons. I've actually gotten a good chunk of the items in the game. It's just the stuff that required boots and the stuff that required glove I didn't have yet. Or flip, and some of the flipper stuff, but I've got most of it at this point, I think. So I got the island, I got the waterfall, Zora's Domain, all of that. So it looks like I am gonna have to do all of Ice Palace, but I can do it all in one sweep. It's not that bad. It's not as bad as those times where I've done it and screwed up a bunch. Or forgotten that I didn't have something, or had to do it with without the hook shot. Doing this level without hook shot is like the most painful thing. At this point, the pessimist in me is thinking I'm being punished for saying that this run was too easy I'm gonna end up having to get boots out of the basement of Turtle Rock. And then from there, I'm going to have to go, like, check every boot spot, and it's gonna be in the last one. Something like that. What I'm saying is it's gonna be awful. Lag. I think, yeah. While you're using the hookshot, you're invincible. Random fun fact. You're not aware. The timing on it is very specific, but it is something that can be used. No big key yet, so we may have to backtrack there, unfortunately. I hate this stairwell. This stairwell specifically always bothers me. Got the key. I'm not sure how I didn't hit a spike there, but I didn't, so I'm not going to complain too much. Mash Y as fast as possible. Wish I had a hook or the dash boots there. Big key. Nice. Like I said, the big disadvantage here is we do have to go through pretty much the whole or we do have to do a bit of backtracking because of the big chest. If we gotten the big chest on time, it wouldn't have been a huge deal, but we're actually pretty close to not having to do any backtracking. Okay, so as long as we don't screw this up, we should be good. There we go. That's the block trick I mentioned during the last video. You can use the hook to go through them. So you may be wondering, Lucas, why don't you have to go through twice? You didn't move the blocks in the right way. And to you I say, that's true. But because of some of the items we've got that we're not supposed to, we can skip around it. So there's an alternate solution to this puzzle. That involves that. Saves you an entire trip around the dome. Okay, we're gonna do this Bombo style. It's technically slightly slower, but since we're already in terrible shape, we're just gonna do this because it's safer and it is more magic efficient. So by cornering them at the top there at the beginning, and just kind of forcing them to take multiple hits from the fire rod, we actually save a lot of time. Okay, so at this point, we're not in good shape, because we still don't have Quake, after clearing our last 2 dungeons. Which means there are 2 options. It's either, or 3 options, I guess. We either need to scour the overworld for the stuff we missed. We can go back to Swamp Palace and do the stuff that we skipped, which we didn't actually skip that much of it. So that won't take long. So I'm gonna start there. Or we go to Turtle Rock. Knowing my luck, it's in Turtle Rock. Because it seems like when I have a good start to a run, it's always in Turtle Rock. Fortunately, that means we have to do the whole drain sequence again. It's going to take a little bit. But it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. But we do basically have to replay the first half of the level. When I stopped to check a couple things. Okay. So I don't have cape. I'm trying to think of overworld locations already because that's how confident I am. I'm pretty sure there's only like 4 chests that I missed here. And 3 of them are the big key, the last, what is it? Yeah, the compass, the big key are 2 of them. There's a small key in one of them. Wait, no. So there's a small key there. Never mind. This is slightly better, but not that much. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do Overworld first. And it's not just because I hate Death Mountain. It's because I also need the Ice Rod if I'm gonna do Turtle Rock. Which was one of the things that I was all excited that I didn't need. I already did the other 2 pendant dungeons, so that's convenient, I guess. One of them by accident, because I wasn't paying attention. What? Can the big key be in its own chest? I don't think I'm missing anything. I guess it wouldn't prevent any progress by doing that, so it could? It must be able to. Okay. Because that's it. Going straight for the stuff that I know I haven't done yet. And that is gonna be the chest delivery quest. Oh, I could I haven't done the stuff on the outskirts of the desert yet either. Which actually kind of fits in with that, so we'll do that. See, the other 2, or there's 2 at the top there that take dash boots, plus Bumper Cave, which we don't have the right stuff for yet. Oh, I haven't done Shovel Game. We should do that quick before I have the treasure chest following me around, because you can't do it while you have something following you. I do have the shovel, so I can stop and do the or check the grove while I'm doing the treasure chest. There's like 3 or 4 treasure chests along this way. On the route. I'm okay with that. I'm a little sad that I didn't do that earlier. But I guess I haven't, it's not like I've died or anything. so it's not the end of the world. I had everything timed perfectly. Runs are usually between 2 and 2.5 hours. Would have had just enough time to finish it before bed. But no, Quake Medallion had to be, or it had to be Quake Medallion. I'm gonna end up with a at least 3-hour run probably at this rate. I've still got Ganon left. Or Ganon's tower left. I mean, I'll be fair and say part of that at least was my fault. Because I did kind of miss something really obvious early on the run. I don't feel like I I don't feel like that's the case on this one. This one is very much a, no, this was actually a thing that is obviously in a out-of-the-way spot. Well, like Boots, Cape, Ice Rod. Check the other desert one quick that we don't have yet. That I totally forgot about, but I probably should have checked yesterday when I was doing Misery Mire. Was that yesterday? Whenever that was. It was yesterday to you. Last video. Okay, looks like we're on our way to random one-offs. Random one-offs. Ladies and gentlemen. I checked the island, so it's not at the back there. Got all of the east side of Death Mountain. I've checked Spectacle Rock outside, or on top of Spectacle Rock. I haven't checked inside Spectacle Rock. I've not checked the Spike Cave. I'm gonna bomb the front of the pyramid because we've got all the crystals at this point. Wait, no, we don't have all the crystals. We're missing one, but we have all but one crystal. That's enough. We don't have gold sword yet either, so that's a possibility, though. To be something found while we're walking around as well. That would make our last adventures here easier. Nope. Okay. Guess we'll check Northern High real quick, and we can also check the item for the bumper cave just to know what it is. Since we do need... I guess there's like 5 items to seek after still. Gold sword. Half magic. Since we're out and about anyway. Ice rod. Because I'd hate to get like halfway through Turtle Rock and realize I don't have the ice rod. Not that that's ever happened. Bombs. See, it's not something I need. Well, Misery Mire, Ganon's Tower, and Turtle Rock must just be full of good stuff. Need the boots to go there, but we can go here quick. Yeah, like I said, I'm just dreading either finding the cape or the boots in Turtle Rock, and not the ice rod. And having to go through it twice. That's what it's looking like, though. Okay, we did the island, we did the guy, we did the old man, we went back and did yeah, I'm pretty sure we're at, pretty sure this is where we're at. This is our life now. We've got one last hope before Turtle Rock is a reality. Like, I can't even think of any obscure spots. And apparently, I don't even care. I'm just going straight for this. Without checking the item first. Boots. It's the boots. Okay. We've got the boots, so we can now do a couple more things at least. It's also really annoying because that means we could have had the boots like this whole time. That was like the one spot up there that I skipped. As long as we're up here, we're gonna check Spike Cave. Now we have an alternative, so we're not doing Turtle Rock yet. Again, want to do every possible thing first. Just to make sure that I don't end up missing the ice rod. Or, you know, potentially getting to skip it. I want to minimize magic use because health refills when you save quit. Magic does not. Okay, so now we get to go back to, like, the last 3 places we went. They also have dash things. Ice rod. See, I can be ever so slightly happier now. Maybe I won't have to go to Turtle Rock. Maybe that's all just a ruse. Realistically, I'm probably gonna have to go to Turtle Rock unless I get really lucky, because there's only like 3 chests left. But I have the ice rod, so I don't have to backtrack for that. Woo. Taking that path instead so we don't have to watch the animation for the rotating pillars when you do the book. Yeah. 1 real item left. Okay. I made my peace with this a while ago. I still hate everything. I suppose there will be a sign if I miss something else, if it is also sealed with Quake. But I'm pretty sure I've gotten... Like, I cannot actually think of many things that I've actually got left. This has become a 100% run. Bombos. Turtle Rock. Hooray. My favorite. Welcome to hell. Every time I think I got away from you, you sneak back into my life. I hate everything. I am so... I don't even care how salty I am about this. This is awful. So the worst part about Turtle Rock is there's like nothing neat to talk about with it. It's just playing the dungeon. There's no like neat strategies or keys or whatever that you have to count with a lot of the other ones. Well, okay, as I say that. Step off the platform there. Don't even care. Little health isn't a big deal. Full potion. Wish I had the gold sword for these guys. Annoying. This is my least favorite room in the game. I'm not exaggerating. I have died more times in this room than any other I can think of. Those guys hit hard if you don't have red mail. Once again, fire rod for those guys. There's an eye there, so you want to be as close to it as you can before you go through it. And then there's chest in the middle. Big key in its proper place. I think. This one, you just have to kill everything. It's really annoying. Brief detour. This is one of those weird little side spots that I never knew existed until I did the randomizer. I don't actually know what's in like half of these chests in the real game. That would actually be a really interesting experiment at this point. Play through the game knowing where every chest is and actually open every chest the way it's supposed to be played. Nope. This is one of those misleading rooms where they make it kind of seem like you might need to fight that guy, and then you realize that you don't. Most useful spot for the boomerang in the game, right there. The two rooms there. And everybody's favorite little section here. 1, 2, 3. And then just hold left. Okay, so we don't have the mirror shield, so this is going to be fun. So just to be safe and to prevent having to use potions, we're going to do this. By exiting and entering again here, if I die, I respawn right here in this room. Which means that I can do stuff a little bit more cavalier. Damage boosting, basically. Or even after I get the mirror shield, I can do terrible things. I should be able to refill health here quick. Okay, so downside here, I do have red sword and no half magic. So we're gonna be cutting. We're probably gonna have to use at least one potion here, unless I do it perfect. But I very, very rarely do this well, even if or let alone perfect. Intentionally do Ice Head first because the ice patches actually stay on the battlefield. You can go straight down first here, and for some reason, you can spin slash before you can actually hit him. And then just a few swings in that section. I missed the spin slash I mentioned, but wanted to mention it anyway. Hey, look at that. I hate everything. So, we still don't have the gold sword. It's probably in Ganon's tower, or it's at the Master Sword pedestal. I kind of want to check just because we actually have all the pendants. It's kind of out of the way. That was really dumb. I know that was there. So Cape Gold Sword Half Magic is what we've got left. Yeah, let's just, you know what? I never, at this point, this run is long over dead. Like, that was a 2-hour bootless first video. Got the boots, what, half hour into this one, and then had to do Turtle Rock in addition to all the other dungeons that I've already done. So it's literally all dungeons, mostly bootless. That's about it. Mostly fluteless also. Flute and boot were the two items I was missing for a good chunk of it. So, like, no good travel items, no flippers. Like, that was just a terrible start to the run. Let's see what it is. It's a cutscene we don't get to see very often. 10 rupees! 5 rupees, whatever. Okay. So, genuinely, this is, like, possibly the worst. Like, I'm pretty sure I've got close to 100% of the items at this point that I've at least checked. There's a few that I've walked past, so it's not going to count those. Like, I don't have all the heart pieces and stuff because of that, but, I mean, we're getting close to 100% here. Let's do this. Actually, that's a really high heart count for a randomizer run also. Yeah, this was just bad. Yeah, let's just get it. Pretty sure I need 2 keys, 2 small keys to get through, so I'll just go to the other one I know where it is, and we won't even Whoops. I lied. I am way past caring at this point. I literally just went the wrong way. I remember when I used to have trouble with this dungeon. This one, Ice Palace and Turtle Rock used to be, like, painful to me. Swamp Palace, I missed, like, a bunch of stuff. Yeah, we'll just do... One arrow for each, 2 for the big eye. Still sitting on 3 blue potions, I think. Either 3 blue or 2 blue and a green. 50 arrows is plenty. Now we get to go all the way back up the mountain. This way is technically faster unless you hit like every chain shot thing, which I usually hit 2. If you've already opened Turtle Rock. If you haven't opened Turtle Rock, then going Dark World side is faster. Okay. Let's knock this out. First things first, go down the right side stairwell, grab the 2 treasure chests. Next, start down the left side. The right side has only a couple treasure chests. Oh my gosh. So glad I found them. Key, bottom right corner. Hammer, left and right, push, make sure you step on the star. Hook shot. Try not to swing your sword. For Ganon's Tower, we're just looking for the boss. Once you got everything clear, if you happen to find the boss key in that section there, you actually save a lot of time by not hunting down the skeletons as they're jumping around. Block there. Leave a block there. Key, bottom right corner again. And bounce over that guy. Make sure you don't miss this. This is probably the most worthless treasure room in the regular playthrough, because I believe it's just like bombs and arrows. So unless you're like desperate for bombs and arrows at this point, which you shouldn't be, skip that maze by bouncing off that skull. Realize you've made a mistake. You need to get that treasure chest still. I think there's 2 or 3 treasure chests right after this. So I'm just gonna do a real quick finish of these guys, because silver arrows. And then we'll warp out. Which, by the way, once you get the boss key here, we're good. Technically, we're missing half map. Oh no. Oops, I'm totally doing this wrong. There we go. So these guys move opposite to you. They're normally kind of annoying because when you look directly at them, they shoot fireballs. But if you have the mirror shield, you don't have to worry about it. That's... I've never had trouble with this room before. Like, I genuinely cannot think of the last time I had trouble in that particular room. Okay, and now we begin the Gauntlet. Gauntlet is a series of annoying rooms full of horse heads and skeletons and a few other enemies. More importantly, full of conveyor belts and ice. It is dumb. It is probably the most annoying part in this game. Especially since there's still no way to stop BMO's shots. Fairy. I'm doing terrible at lawnmowers. Gold sword, they take 2 hits each. Oh my gosh. Okay. Room with invisible platform and wizrobes. 3 wizrobes, 1 shot. And then fall down the hole repeatedly because you're bad at this game. Dash across the eye room. I'll take a 2 cycle at this point. Okay. Magic pot. Two little dudes. We have enough keys. We don't actually need to fight them. Are you sensing a pattern? At this point, oh! I ran out of magic. That's nice. That also means I can't even... I hate everything. I hate everything. Mostly, I hate Moldorm. So I can't even refill my magic down there or my health. But it should just be 2 hits. Okay. That's the last room, so we're down to Aghanim and Ganon. Okay, let's do this. Terrible. That was terrible. I'm only at 3. 4. One more. So we are decked out for Ganon. Except half magic, I suppose. But we shouldn't even need to relight the torch as often as all that anyway. If we run out of magic during the Ganon fight, we're doing it wrong. Health is another matter, so I will refill both health and mana once. Okay, let's do this. Almost there. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Second phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just left to dodge all the bats once, but hitting him more than 6 times per phase is pointless. You light the first torch before the second torch goes out, right there. He is unable, or it never goes out, because the first torch has to go off, or has to go out each time. Pretty terribly. One more. It's not a good spot. And that's it. Okay. We are getting a fast-forwarded muted credits. And I will come back in with some commentary when I get to the interesting bits, but that was way longer than it should have been. You get to drink from the fire hose. Yay. I just realized I've been talking this entire time since I slowed it down without actually having the microphone on. That's about where I'm at, apparently. Uh, my times for most of that were pretty good. I actually thought I was going to be over 3 hours, so I mean that Ganon's Tower run was probably the best I've ever done it, or close to. It was a very, like, considering where the key was, I felt like that was a really clean run. Um, Outside of that, obviously I made some big mistakes and it cost a lot of time. And it also didn't help that the let's see, skipping the boots was a big mistake early on because I didn't realize where they were. I didn't check the inside of Spectacle Rock. It's the one item on Death Mountain I didn't check in the Light World. And I also didn't what was the other thing? Let's see, I missed the ledge item. That was a big mistake that cost a lot of time. And I went through several of the dungeons I didn't need to, although I actually had items in all of them. So didn't end up being as big of a mistake. If I knew that I had to go to Turtle Rock, I probably could have saved myself some time. If I knew where Pegasus Boots were, I probably could have saved myself some time, but I didn't. And that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. At the end of the day, sub 3 is still not terrible. It's far from my best run, but it's could be way worse. So yeah, especially considering how many big bumps I had in the road, sub 3 is pretty good. I feel like I played clean, even if I made some dumb mistakes in routing. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. There are a bunch more Zelda randomizer runs. If Kyle and Mike end up doing these runs, I did send this ROM to them and they said they might check it out. So you may have some times or videos to compare this one to if you want to see how different people play the game or see how we did compared to each other. I'm not sure if they're going to post anything or not. If they do, I'll link to their stuff where they can in the comments. If you have any questions or suggestions, especially constructive ones, leave them in the comments. And as always,